Hi and welcome to Creator Fundamentals. My name is Dan Courier and it is my mission to simplify YouTube so you and I can grow together. I just spent 5 minutes talking to you with absolutely no audio, so hopefully this is a little bit better. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for all of the positive response in the past week and the amazing growth that we've seen here on Creator Fundamentals. Yeah, now you can hear me. It's been an absolutely amazing week. We've seen explosive growth. I owe it to all of you guys. I appreciate the support. I also wanted to take this opportunity to start up the live stream, maybe answer some questions, calm some fears. I know the changes were significant for everybody. There's a lot of uncertainty, but I wanted to let you know that there is an absolute path for every one of you to reach these goals. None of this means it's the end of your channels. You don't have to worry about YouTube shutting down your channels. None of that's going to happen. But I saw a ton of questions, a ton of feedback from all of you. So I wanted to take this opportunity to do a live stream, kind of answer some questions that were actually posted. There were over 1,000 questions on the video that I put out that regarding the changes. So I figured this would be a great opportunity this weekend to maybe answer some questions and set us all on a path to reaching these goals and moving beyond them. So I'm going to jump in the chat and say hello to everybody. Okay, it's Taylor. Smooth recovery. Yeah, you know, I muted it. I jumped in before the live stream started to say hello, and I muted it and never turned it back on. So that's what happens. I'm going to pop in the chat, say hello to everybody. I see Boss Girl YT was first. Thanks for joining the stream. Ivy Chandesu, hello. Who else we have in here? The Geeks of Retro. The Get a Frick Show Tube. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. But Nathan Holt in the live stream. Thank you for joining. True Financials. Okay, it's Taylor. Good to see you as always. Texas Style Cuisine. Karma Dog. We have... Is it Afrovinhemian Tarot? Sam Gill. Thanks for joining. SK's Crappie Catching Adventures. Simply Stone, always win. Titan Hauler. Sarah, where'd you go? Sarah Adeline. She says she has a lot of questions. That's what we're going to do today, is trying to answer some of those questions. So hopefully we can get through that. Gaming Dorito 64. Welcome to the live stream. Mabe Gooner. Mansky Bros. Thank you guys all for joining. I appreciate it. So there were a ton of questions. So many questions, in fact, that I've been trying to catch up and answer them on the video. For those of you who don't know, a few days ago I put out a video regarding the news about the YouTube partner program changes that really caught a lot of small YouTubers by surprise, and it was kind of an emotional gut check for everybody, because it represented a significant shift in what everybody had been focusing on to reach monetization. In fact, there were a lot of channels that had been waiting in queue since November with their 10,000 views, waiting for YouTube to come back and approve their monetization. And then they came out with this new information, and you know, it was really kind of a downer. But as much of as a downer as it was, and as much as it causes all of us to create a little bit of a mind shift on how we're approaching YouTube, I think in the long term it does have some positive impacts, even for the small channels. When you do eventually reach your monetization or the YouTube Partner Program goals, I think that program will be stronger for it. But, you know, we needed our opportunity to vent, get some frustration out, understand that anytime a major corporation like YouTube makes a change, there's always going to be somebody that gets trampled a little bit. In this case, it was small YouTubers to a certain extent. But it really does represent the idea that we all need to think in a much more dedicated fashion to YouTube if we want to grow, if we want to become part of the partner program and enjoy that monetization. But I will say this. For those of you, do-it-yourself, solar and wind, for the super chat, I appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, that actually worked. Awesome. I appreciate that. That is awesome. Thank you very much for the super chat. But the idea that we need to really focus on consistency and everything to move our channels forward is you know, kind of the reality of what YouTube is looking for in a creator. Somebody who's going to be dedicated and consistent. If you think about it, the changes that they made with the rolling 4,000 watch time minutes, those are even against, or those will even act against somebody who gets a viral video. If you get a video and it gets hundreds of thousands of views and you reach that goal with just that one video, and then you kind of try to sit back and, you know, enjoy the monetization on it, 12 months from now, your channel will be demonetized if you're not continually uploading content. So it's definitely a shift for everybody that we have to get used to, but I think we are all certainly capable of it. If you're dedicated and you want to grow something significant on YouTube, it doesn't diminish your ability to do so, and I really think that you can use that to your advantage for motivation to push forward. I just want to jump in the chat. I saw some stuff in here. Karma Dog, subscribe to Dan's channel. Thank you, appreciate it. See what else we have in here. Paul Biska in the house, I appreciate it. Thank you for joining. He says, hey. Nepta Step, thanks for joining. So Sam Gill says, how about you do not reach 1,000 sub and 4,000 watch time in 12 months? Well, eventually, if you continue to post on YouTube and you focus on improving your content over time, you will reach these goals. My other channel, The Average Dan, which is also impacted by this change, just like Creator Fundamentals is. Creator Fundamentals had the benefit of all of you showing up and subscribing to the channel and put us over the 1,000 subscriber mark, but we're still way short on watch time. So I need to find a way, and I'm going to find a way to get this channel to that 240,000 watch minutes by February 20th. My other channel has 500,000 watch time minutes, which meets the requirement, but it only has like 700 and some odd subscribers. So for that channel, I need to focus on a way to get to that. Sam Gill just subscribed. I appreciate it. I need to find a way to get that channel to the 1,000 subscribers. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, I have a ton of videos on the kind of things that you do to push your channel. Whether you're trying to gain subscribers or more watch time, there's definitely different ways that you can do it. And if it's something you haven't focused on in the past, you definitely want to take a look at some of those tips on how to do that, and you will see improvement. For The Average Dan, I probably could have been a lot closer to 1,000 subscribers by now, but I've been focusing on Creator Fundamentals and trying to get this channel to a certain level. And I just want to, give me 1 second here. I am going to adjust that chat a tad because it looks a little bit cut off. There we go. That's better. And let's fix that so you guys can see that. All right. So basically, you're not going to be in a position where you can kind of take it easy anymore or kind of, you know, neglect your channel for any amount of time. I also want to make sure we do this. Get that super chat a little more visible. Again, I appreciate that $10 super chat. But you're really not going to be able to neglect your channel. And that's what I did with The Average Dan. The Average Dan was a channel that it gets a ton of watch time, so I kind of let it do its own thing while I was focusing on Creator Fundamentals. But as a result, it's behind in subscribers, so it's definitely something that I need to focus on as a creator to, you know, step up that game. I think I've only posted one video to it in January so far, so obviously that's on me. And, you know, to a certain degree, we need to take some, you know, responsibility or personal, you know, focus to get to these goals and not just try to put a couple of videos up and see what happens. It's a continuous process that's going to take a year or a couple of years to really build a channel of substance, and I think that's something that we need to all try to figure out ways to do. All right, let's see here. So just so everybody's aware, one of the common questions that we get is what happens if you don't meet these goals by February 20th? Well, February 20th, of course, is just for the people who are already monetized, and they will lose the monetization and the partner program by February 20th if they don't meet those goals by then. That does not mean that you are unable to get into the partner program later. Once you reach those criteria, you submit your request and they will review your channel. And provided your channel meets all the other community guidelines in terms of, you know, suitable for most advertisers, then in theory you're going to get back into the monetization program. So it's not like if you don't make it by February 20th you're done forever, so nobody needs to be discouraged by that. But it certainly gives us a goal to shoot for, and I'm going to try like heck with my channels to get there, and I hope everybody would do the same. All right, I'm going to hop back in the chat here. So Sarah Adeline asks, how will this impact the way your videos get out to people on YouTube? So when this channel hit 10,000 views, I actually did a couple videos about whether or not monetization has any impact on how YouTube promotes your videos. And the answer is it has 0 impact. So regardless of whether your channel is monetized or not, YouTube does not promote your videos any differently. It's all about you know, how long people are watching your videos, how good your content is, your ability to get that view velocity out of the gate. When you get a video that gets a higher than normal view, you know, people watching quicker in a shorter amount of time, like the video that I released a few days ago, then it starts to, you know, to build steam like a, you know, it's like a snowball downhill, and it gets bigger and bigger and gets promoted, and pretty soon you're getting a ton of views on it. But it does not impact. If you lose the monetization program, you're not going to get any less visibility on YouTube. Your channel took growth like a bullet. Tell us on which topics we should make videos on. So here's my theory about that video and why that video was so successful. First, you definitely, for every video that you post, you really need to understand, you know, the relevancy of the topic that you're covering. You need to really understand keyword research, and I've done a number of videos on keyword research. You can check them out on Creator Fundamentals, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. I appreciate it. Also, click that like button while you guys are here, so I know you stopped by. But just a second here. So that video, in addition to having all the fundamentals in place and kind of being ready when it happened, the reason that I think that video was so successful was it was highly relevant to the topic that everybody was concerned with. And it was a timing issue. I got that video out a lot quicker than everybody else did who covered the topic. So as the flood of people heard the news and they rushed to YouTube, they found my video. And what that did is it caused that view velocity to skyrocket. A lot of people rushed to my video. It was also very relevant to all of my audience. So where every single subscriber may not watch every one of my videos, when something, you know, when all of the creators get hit with something that affects everybody, everybody was interested in seeing that. Now, to that end, I also you also need to make a thumbnail that kind of captures people's attention and encourages them or motivates them to click on that. Now, in addition to that, the intro, you know, the intro, when I first heard the news, I knew everybody was going to be emotionally impacted by this. As was I. I thought it was kind of a surprising thing. So when I intentionally decided to start that video in YouTube's ongoing effort to screw small YouTubers. Now everybody is the reality is it's never YouTube's goal to screw anybody. That's not what they're trying to do. But what typically happens, and if you've ever worked for a big corporation, you know it's true. Corporations make money decisions. They make decisions based on the best financial path to move a company forward. The byproduct of that in a lot of cases is it hurts somebody, whether a company has to lay off employees to kind of, you know, get their finances intact, or in this case, YouTube had a real problem with and again, a lot of people have mentioned Logan Paul. This isn't a Logan Paul issue. This is more of the you know, like the, what was it, like the Elsa Gate and all the videos that were being focused that looked like they were focused on kids, but it was adult content. Those are the videos that really caused this to happen, because YouTube found them in a situation where they need to get eyes. They need to get more people on certain content, and one of the ways that they felt they could do that is by kind of decreasing the population of channels that are monetized. And that's essentially what they've done here. They've kind of shrunken that pool of monetized channels so it's a little easier to manage. At least that's my theory. Since the news has come out, the copyright trolls are coming out more. Botted sub accounts with no views, re-uploaded in content ID. So yeah, I mean, with every change, there's always going to be this increase in people, well, that YouTube likes to call the bad actors. As we all know, they didn't just tackle bad actors. In this case, there were some good people that got affected as well, but there's always going to be those channels out there that try to steal other people's content, or they, you know, they find every way they can to cheat the system. One of the biggest things that I want to mention now is that a lot of people are going out and kind of trying to use this small YouTubers should band together and do sub for sub. That is a horrible idea. Do not get involved in sub to sub. Do not, quote unquote, support each other, and quote un, you know, supporting each other is great if it's legitimate support. Getting together and saying, I'll sub you if you sub me, is an absolute horrible idea, and you shouldn't do it. First of all, because while it may temporarily raise your sub count, YouTube knows whether or not you view the channels that you sub to. So if you sub somebody and never view them, they're probably going to remove that anyway. But, excuse me, it puts you in a position to actually have your channel terminated for a violation of the community guidelines and the terms of service. So I don't know why anybody would ever want to risk their entire channel to gain a few subs. If you start implementing practices on how to get more subscribers on your account, then the rate at which you get subscribers will in fact go up. So it's much better to learn the right way to do things so your channel will grow organically, rather than, thank you to Ricky Dove for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. But if you focus on the right way to do things, your channel will grow organically, and it is a exponential growth. So a lot of people went out and they started doing math about how long it was going to take them to reach these goals. Well, keep in mind, you know, if you're getting 100 views a day today, in a year from now, you're probably, you know, maybe you're getting 500 views a day. So, or whatever the case is, whatever the numbers actually turn out to be. So it's not like you want to focus on how long it's going to take you to grow at this point based on the rate at which you're growing now, because that does continue to rise over time. Sid Reyna, welcome to the live stream. I appreciate it. I think we covered Sam Gill's question. I was going to be okay. Did not monetize my channel until it was 2 years old. Then I had around 5,000 subs. Texas doxing. And that's the other thing. And I don't know. I think I started this thought earlier and never finished it. But if you're going to be successful on YouTube, if you want to grow this into something significant on a monetary basis, you really need to think of other ways to monetize your content. You cannot rely on AdSense. You shouldn't rely on AdSense. And anybody who has ever been successful on YouTube does not rely on AdSense as their primary or secondary source of income. Depending on, you know, you need to start thinking about things like merchandise, you know, sponsorships, working with brands, in a very positive turn of events. I am happy to announce that this video and future videos on Creator Fundamentals are sponsored by TUBEBUDDY. For those of you who don't know, TUBEBUDDY is the #1 browser plugin to help you manage and grow your channel. And I'll make sure that there is a link in the description below so you guys can check that out. You can download it for free. If you want to head there, before I update the thing below, it's actually tubebuddy.com/creatorfundamentals, so you can check that out as well. But so, you know, a week ago, I was under 1,000 subscribers and I didn't have a sponsor. And I was just trying to be ready for when it happened. I wanted to make great content. I want to continue to improve my content. I still have a long way to go when it comes to the quality of my content. But it's all these little things that I'm focusing on over time to improve the channel and be ready when it happens. You know, there's an expression, it goes something to the effect of, the harder I work, the luckier I get. And that's kind of the way success works on YouTube. The more that you work on trying to improve, the more opportunities will present themselves as you go forward. Civil Guy says your live stream should help with watch time. I actually just put out a video yesterday, as I slap my mic around here, about watch time. And one of the things that I suggest is live streams are an awesome way to get more watch time. Now, a lot of people are a little concerned about doing live streams because it's live and you're somebody, when you normally record videos, you and ah a lot when you make the videos. The best thing I can suggest is you just do it. Instead of doing your next video as a video, do your next video as a live stream. Lay out bullet points, go live, start reading through your bullet points like you normally would in a video. And don't even worry if you have ums in there. After you do a live stream, when you're done, you can actually go in and trim it without having to download it and re-upload it. So you can always make it cleaner for the people on the replay to watch. But you also have the opportunity by doing it as a live stream to maybe get a couple people who stop in to see what's going on. One of the easiest ways to get over the fear that you're going to do a live stream and nobody's going to show up is by planning your content ahead of time. Live Games Wild, $2 super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you on the congrats on the 1.7K. I think we are, where are we at? Yeah. I don't think that, I've seen a couple people subscribe and that number doesn't seem to be moving, so that might be broken. Thank you, Live Games Wild. I do appreciate the super chat. That was another thing. The support of all you guys allowed the channel to reach 1,000 subscribers and implement the super chat, which is now going to help us even more to make improvements over time. One of the things that I'm trying to do is raise funds to head out to Vid Summit and or social, is it social marketing or marketing? Social media marketing world has a thing going on in Texas later in the year, so I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to find a way to get to those, but between the two of them, it's like $3,500. So that's something I gotta figure out. But the a lot of the topics on how to get where you need to be on your channel have already been covered on this channel. I'll continue to find different ways to get new tips and tricks to you. I was able to bring, last time I went to Vid Summit, I was able to bring back a bunch of new information. Vid Summit, for those of you who don't know, it's basically like an industry event where YouTubers get together to learn how to grow their channels better. So we may have an impromptu visit from my cat who is making noise over here, but we'll do what we can. But yeah, hang on, I saw a couple things pop up in chat and I don't want to miss those. My cat may decide it wants to be on the live stream. She's gotten noisier in her old age, I think. All right. Just hop in the chat real quick. TechBite says, Creative Fundamentals, really like your videos. Can you give me a shout out? Consider that a a shout out to TechBites. And since she has forced herself into the live stream, say hello. This is Mansion. She basically does what she wants when she wants, and she doesn't care if you're on live stream or not. So I think I saw Harley in there. Hey Harley, welcome to the live stream. Is there a date yet? This year's Vid Summit. The website seems to be all last year. I think it's like the 10th through the 12th or the 10th through the 13th. I have an email. I can get you that information, but it's in October. It's like October 10th through the 12th. It's definitely that week, whatever those numbers fall in. I don't know the exact days, but I can share that as soon as the live stream is done. So make sure I didn't want to miss any more questions, since we are here to answer questions. Longer videos give you more watch time. So a longer video does not necessarily give you more watch time. But so there's different opinions on this. If you make 20 minutes of video that nobody wants to watch, then you're not going to get more watch time. If you make a really, really good 5-minute video and people watch 4 minutes of it, that's a lot better than making a 20-minute video that people only watch 2 minutes of. If your content and your audience retention is generally the same and people engage with your content to a certain degree, I mean, like a live stream's 2 hours long and people don't stick on, they don't watch a live stream whole, but you end up getting like 15 minutes a person, which is considerably higher than you're going to get on a video. On actual videos, a 10-minute video, for me, the longer videos that I make tend to do a little worse on the audience retention, whereas I've done, 4-minute videos that get like 70% audience retention, and I've done 15-minute videos that get less than that. But in a lot of cases, the longer videos do generate more watch time because even with the lower percentage, you still accumulate more minutes. So don't go out of your way to make a longer video to get watch time, but if you have something that requires that amount of time, don't be afraid to make a longer video. The Geeks of Retro, how can having sponsors help your YouTube channel? Well, I mean, if you're somebody who wants to, there's a lot of different ways. The money to improve your equipment, or it really depends on what your goals are. For me, because I am in this particular niche, having a sponsorship is huge because, as I mentioned, some very important events that I would like to attend are expensive. One is in California. I live in New York. The other one is in Texas. So last year, I obviously didn't have a sponsorship in October. I funded partly. I funded like $1,000 of that trip myself. And I was able to use a few $100s that I had earned on my other channel, The Average Dan, to kind of offset some of that cost. But, for me, there's a lot of cost involved for where I want to take this channel and how I want to help people and some of the things we want to do in the future. But depending on your niche, it can help you in a lot of ways. If you're somebody, my other channel is RV Camping. A sponsorship would allow me to have more money to try new camping products and be able to share those camping products with people and let them know whether they're worth it or not. Give them information. Depending on if you're a photographer, getting more equipment, more lenses, better lighting, all these things that you can improve over time to kind of improve the look and feel of your channel and your ability to reach more people. Ivy Chandesu says my cats do the same. Yeah, I try to keep her on my lap here, or else she'll jump up on the keyboard, and who knows what'll pop up on the screen. She'll start shutting down my live stream. British Cook says trying to raise funds to go. Quite a long trip from the UK. Definitely. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate it. YT Police Captain J. Cannell, welcome to the stream. Football Rapid. Yeah, I mean, there is no overnight success on YouTube, so everything is going to take time. So if you just started, I wouldn't be, going out of your way to trying to get 1,000 subs in the next month. It's gonna, you need to be in it for a significant period of time. Don't be surprised if it takes you 12 months. Or 18 months or 2 years to reach some of these goals, but it's worth it. It's worth it if you want to grow your channel. Tags absolutely matter. I've done a number of different videos on keyword research you should definitely check out. Especially for small channels, it's harder for you to get into suggested videos. The tags allow your content to show up in search results. And I've done videos that can show you how to get on the first page of search results so people can find you. And the trick is really not to try to compete with really, really big channels, but it's try to slice out a portion of the traffic on popular topics so you can be the first one that appears in that segment. And then that allows you to gradually gain your watch time, which gives your channel more authority and helps you grow in the future. Tech Bites, you have 400 watch time. Do you mean, if you mean 4,000 watch hours on this channel? No, I have. My goal is to get to it. I think I'm at. Here, let me see. Let me see what the total watch time is on my channel right now. Oops. We want watch time. The total watch time on this channel right now is 164,000 minutes. So I need to get to 240,000 minutes. So I have I definitely have an uphill climb to get there by February 20th, but I'm up for the challenge. So yeah, I definitely have a way to go there. But I think I can do it, and I appreciate all of your help to get us there. And again, having the different ways to raise that money is definitely helpful. And I think it's, especially with, I mean, those are just two of the events that happen throughout the year. Something like VidCon, I would never waste the money on. It's the conventions and the events that are focused strictly on the growth side, the behind the scenes of YouTube growth, that I try to focus on, because I think that's a lot more, makes a lot more sense for the money spent. You really want to get as much value as you can, and I want to be able to bring that value back to you guys. And I think the best way to do that is to focus on the ones that are strictly on the strategies and the proven methods to grow. And last year's was a great experience. It was a really provided a lot of good information. So Sid Reyna says, any tips for gaming channels? I asked you earlier. If you're struggling to grow in gaming, one of the things that I've seen be successful is how-to in gaming. How-tos in general are a great way for you to build watch time over time. People go to YouTube all the time to learn how to do something. They don't necessarily just want to watch you play. They want to know how to do something. If you're able to take a popular game and break it down into videos that help them get better, then that's where I think the biggest growth potential is for a gaming channel. So if you are, you know, whatever game it is, you want to find a game, and especially if you can get in on a game right when it comes out, if there's any games that are, you know, pre-releases or anything like that that are coming up, you get out, you start playing the game, you figure out how to do things. Every time you learn something for yourself, realize that there's somebody else who might not know how to do it either. Every time you do that, you make a video about it. Record all your gameplay, find actual helpful opportunities, cut them out, and turn those into videos. And I think you'll find a lot of traction there in terms of helping people grow in that game. So you would basically be the how-to within the game in the same way that this channel is how-to YouTube. There's a lot of value in that, and people tend to respond to those, and they grow. They're called evergreen videos because they provide, they're not really time sensitive, they're not based on trending topics, and they'll put you in a situation so you can, they'll continue to get more and more watch time for you and help you grow. So Paul E. says, over 1 million minutes, just about 730 subscribers. There's actually, if you look for a thumbnail on my channel called More Subscribers Seriously, it's how to get more YouTube subscribers in 2018. That has some tips on how to kind of improve your the rate at which you get subscribers. And just to touch on that a little bit, trying to get more subscribers, you really need to look at your channel as a whole. You need to make sure that your channel page is set up in such a way that it invites people to subscribe to your channel. The way you do that is by having a cohesive branding where everything looks like it's related to each other. Your channel art identifies exactly what your channel is about and why people would want to subscribe. If you're a gaming channel, you want to let them know what games you're playing, why they should subscribe, maybe even when you're actually producing content. And you want your thumbnails to all look like they go together. You just want to have a more professional appearance. and you know, provide that incentive for them to want to see more. So basically what happens if you don't have the 4,000 watch hours, this is a question by Tech Bytes, you'll be removed from the YouTube Partner Program, which allows you to it allows you to be monetized. So basically the way the notice from YouTube read is, we'll find it here. So once a channel reaches 4,000 watch hours in the previous 12 months and 1,000 subscribers, it will be reviewed to join the program. So what happens? Channels currently need to be in the YouTube Partner Program in order to access certain features. So this is in addition to monetization, some of the things that you need to be aware of. Here's how the access may change based on your new YouTube Partner Program threshold. Cards. So if you're using cards in your videos, which are the ones that pop up at the top of the screen, all creators can use cards. However, linking to external websites is a feature that's currently only available for the YouTube Partner Program members. On February 20th, channels that currently have access to these features will continue to have access, even if they're no longer in the program. So it means if you hadn't been monetized yet, you would lose the external link opportunity, but if you did have external links as of February 20th and you're removed from the YouTube Partner Program, you will not lose that ability. So basically, everybody's going to be able to use cards. If you were already using external links, you'll continue to have them, and if you weren't using external links in your cards, you won't be able to get those until you get into the program. Creator Studio, that is not affected. Your custom URLs are not affected. Custom thumbnails are not affected. End screens. So there's been a lot of confusion about end screens. End screens, all creators can use end screens, and it's the same deal with the external links. So again, you will, if you're using external links in your cards and end screens, and you already had that ability, you will not lose it on February 20th if you're removed from the YouTube Partner Program. Live streaming, you will not lose. You don't need to be part of the live stream program. The interesting thing that I saw is that, as you know, this channel just became eligible for Super Chat. If this channel is removed from the partner program, then I would lose the ability to do Super Chat. So for right now, I have Super Chat enabled from now until February 20th, unless I get to that 240,000 minutes and get my channel set up. So that is where we live with that. And hop into the chat real quick here. Now I get most of my phone to make videos. I'm not sure what that means. It is my understanding that live stream watch time does count. I've heard people indicate that YouTube treats watch time from live streams and videos differently, but they provide no breakdown for that differentiation in the requirements that they lay out. They simply say that you need the watch time. So it would be my interpretation that yes, watch time from a live stream does count. If you guys have heard anything different, you can certainly let me know. So the Geeks of Retro says, any videos on how to get sponsors and partnerships the right way? I haven't done any videos on sponsors and partnerships yet. But I will share my experience, and I'll also share the experience that I heard from people at VidSummit. So even the most successful YouTubers on VidSummit, or that were at VidSummit, this was actually a story that was shared by Sean Doris. For those of you who don't know Sean Doris, I believe he has over 1 million subscribers, hugely successful in sponsorships and everything. And it basically comes down is it's not really about developing sponsorships, it's about developing relationships. So I've had the benefit to have a good relationship with TUBEBUDDY, for example, for a while now, without any expectation on either side about sponsorship or anything like that. They just have a product that I appreciate, that I know works. So, you know, we've always had a good relationship in that regard. You know, I've spoken to the CEO, Phil, and Andrew Kahn, who works for TUBEBUDDY, does their live streams and stuff like that. So I've just had a good relationship with them. So my best advice on sponsorships, although I'm certainly not the expert yet, because I'm just kind of starting that process myself here in Creator Fundamentals, but from what I've gathered and from what I've experienced, developing relationships have a way of, you know, developing opportunities over time. So that would be my, you know, I would try to develop, if you're somebody who's trying to get maybe product sponsorships and those kind of things, maybe you make reference to those products in your videos without any expectation of money from them. You know, you do product reviews or things, and I've had people who subscribe to the channel who have made mention about how they do videos on certain topics, and they've had people reach out to them, hey, I saw your video, or I shared your video, and those kind of things can go a long way in not only helping your channel grow, but help you develop those relationships with others. So Sid Reyna, 100th video upload and 270 subscribers. Awesome. Scrolling back here real quick, see what we're talking about. Majestic Unicorn Dream says, so mainly it affects us as watch time and subs. I have subs, but not an amount of watch time. Video just put out yesterday. You can check that out. That is all focused on ways that you can increase your watch time, so definitely check that out. I may be able to help you. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. And for those of you who are on the stream right now, I actually also have a Facebook group. If you go to Facebook/group/Creator Fundamentals, you can join the Facebook group. It's a great way to interact with other creators and answer questions. You can help each other. You can get advice from other people who have done things. I interact with the group on a frequent basis. So that's a good place for us to get together and kind of hash out if you're having problems. If you need advice on how to improve lighting or whatever, there's a great mix of creators in that group, and they can definitely offer you some value and help you move in the right direction. And again, you can just go to facebook.com and search for Creator Fundamentals, and you'll see both my product page, and you'll also see the group pop up. Just click on the group and request to join, and you can join us there. Okay, as Taylor says, what things would you keep in mind when considering sponsorships on your channel? I mean, the one thing that I would, just in general, and again, not in any relation to any specific sponsorship, but in general, I would try to make, if you have an idea of who you would like to be sponsored by, make sure that your content is in line with those types of products or brands. You know, if you want to do kid-friendly stuff, obviously you got to make sure that your channel is not going to have any offensive content that may conflict with the brands that you might be interested in. You know, if you're trying to get specific brands, you certainly never want to do any videos that are negative to those brands, because then why would they be motivated to want to work with you? So in general, just trying to keep your content as available to as wide of an audience as possible. You know, and something that brand would want to be associated with. You know, you need to demonstrate value. Sponsors, you know, it's not just about getting stuff from sponsors. Sponsors want to get value in return. So if you're able to generate value in that particular niche or you know, area that product resides in, then you have an increased opportunity to set up sponsorships. Nilesh Pawar says, please say yes, fingers crossed, we just need to fulfill these 2 criteria only once, and boom, we will get monetized. So in order to get into the program, you need to get to your 1,000 subscribers. Once you get to your 1,000 subscribers and you stay above 1,000 subscribers, you're good on subscribers. You don't have to worry about subscribers anymore unless you fall below 1,000, which shouldn't happen as long as you continue to make content. The 4,000 watch hours is a rolling requirement over a 12-month period. So at any time, Facebook or YouTube needs to be able to look back over the last 12 months and see that you've had at least 4,000 hours of watch time. It doesn't, you don't have to, you basically need to get to a level that maintains 4,000, at least 4,000 watch hours or 240,000 minutes over the past 12 months and stay there or continue to grow. Once you get to that level, rarely do people fall back that far unless you're doing everything on trending videos. And then if you're in that situation, if you build your entire channel around trending, then you're always going to have to cover trending videos or eventually you'll fall out of the program. It's a good idea to try to mix both trending topics and evergreen topics in your strategy, so you have those videos that grow over time and increase your watch time. So even if you are somebody who tends to work or focus on trending topics, I would try to find ways to get some evergreen content to kind of ease your workload a bit, so you're constantly not looking for some next big hit or some outrageous activity that you need to do on your channel in order to keep your watch minutes up. Should I make some hack or private server or cheat videos for games? Thank you, Eric Munoz, for subscribing. Dominated Impulse says 191 subs. 191 subs is excellent. There's nothing to make the sad face for. Just continue to grow and focus on your content, and you will get there. You don't have to be in a hurry. If you're in a hurry on YouTube, you're going to be disappointed because it takes a while. I've been working on this channel for 7 months now with all the best practices in place from day one. So if you haven't been, like the Average Dan, which is my other channel, let me see if I can pull that up because there's some stuff in there that I would want to share with you guys. Let's see here. Just as an example of just how much your channel can change in a... Here, let's see how we can do this here. I want to make sure that I can pull it up and not accidentally switch the... I want to change the user here. Let's see if we do YouTube. But the Average Dan was an awesome example of something where I was not doing any of the best practices. And then in April of last year, I decided that I would focus on growth and figuring out exactly how growth worked and what I needed to do to achieve it. And I'm going to add a screen here real quick, so hopefully I can share it with you. Oh, and then we'll stop that audio, maybe. All right, so... But it's a great example because you can really see the difference of what happens when you make that change. Let me see if Edge works in this thing. It's not encouraging me because I opened one Edge browser and it opened like 600 windows. So let's try this one other way. So it's amazing. It's like night and day what happens when you actually start doing all the little things. There's not like one big thing you can do that makes a channel go crazy. It's doing all the little things consistently over time. That's really the formula that breeds success on YouTube. It is lining up all the little best practices and being consistent with them, and being consistent with them for an extended period of time. That is what actually gets you to a successful channel. And there's really no... I think it is a great example to use the Average Dan, because it is the channel that I use to learn how to grow, and I think it offers a lot of good examples. And we'll see real quick here if we can get this up. So Edge does, just FYI, Edge for me did not work well with OBS. So this is the Average Dan. This is my other channel. This is basically when I started my first brand channel. This is the one. I want to try to make that a little easier to see. All right. So what I wanted to show you here, I want to show you the analytics for this channel real quick. So, and the reason I want to show you the analytics is because this channel represents what can happen when you decide to actually focus on best practices and growing your channel. If you can see up here with my watch time, it's at 508,000. If I go back to, and this might be a place where many of you guys might be or could be. So just as an example, I'm going to go back to April 1st. So from the beginning of time until April 1st, which is when this channel existed. It had in almost a year and a half, it had 186 subscribers, had 130,000 watch minutes, which is way below the requirement. But as you can see, what happened on April 1st when I decided I would start to figure out how to grow, the change was really, really significant. So I literally started implementing the changes based on doing a bunch of research online and figuring out how this whole growth thing worked. And then I came in, and we will show you. Oops. Find a day to let me get to. So a year and a half, and it was 186 subscribers. So since April of last year, which now it's been less than a year, in less than a year, 576 subscribers, 379,000 watch minutes. It's night and day. And it's not like I did some great change or changed my content or anything like that. It was just that I committed to actually focusing on those things that were proven to work in growing your channel. Now, granted, this channel, it could have actually grown a lot faster because I basically worked on growing that channel up until... so April, May, June, July, August, or April, May, June. I started this channel in June, I think, so I kind of let the Average Dan slide after that. So it was basically 3 months of work, focused work is what changed the way that channel actually started performing. So it can absolutely be done regardless of what your channel looks like now. There's so much more opportunity out there. And that's kind of what I wanted to demonstrate with that particular example is you know, it was just a channel cruising along, and the rate of growth was really significant after I, you know, focused in, started applying those changes, and that ultimately is kind of what led me to do this channel. Joel Cook says, what's the best way in growing your channel from the start? There's a bunch of different ways to do that. I actually have a video out there called how to grow from 0 views and 0 subscribers. You can check that out. That kind of gives you the approach to take when you're first starting from scratch. That's probably going to give you more information than I'd be able to give you on the live stream. MKO5, do live streams help get faster? Live streams will definitely help you get the watch time faster. You you know, you can get 10 times as much watch time from a live stream if you get a handful of people to show up versus what you might get on your video, because you have the concurrent users who are watching. People pop in for a few minutes throughout the live stream, depending on how long your live stream goes. It is a great way to actually build up that watch time. So I'm going to remove that subscriber count because it's not working. So, Majestic Unicorn Dream, you keep talking of best practices. Have you made a simplified video on this? I'm new to your channel and I've not had time to scroll through your channel. So, there's a playlist called How to Grow Your YouTube Channel Fast in 2018, where I kind of revisited a lot of these subjects and started from the beginning to give you an understanding of the kind of things that you should do. My recommendation would be to start with the channel or the video about branding in that playlist and kind of work your way through. It covers how to do, you know, the whole branding concept for your channel art and your thumbnails. It goes into how to do keyword research using YouTube and TubeBuddy. And then there's another video that goes into how to make custom thumbnails using TubeBuddy. These are all great ways for you to improve the look and feel of your channel and have it run a lot more efficient than it might be running now. So, I do cooking video. Joel Cooks. I do cooking videos, or will be doing cooking videos on my channel. Earlier, British Cook was in here. He has a great channel. He's actually seen some great growth on his channel. You should definitely check him out. He's been implementing the best practices, and he's seen a lot of success from it. He did, I think it was his very first video, kind of caught on and did real good, and he's had some additional successes on there. So. Another thing, for those kind of channels, you can always look for collaboration options or opportunities. Rather than what I see a lot of people doing is trying to go out and quote-unquote support people with sub for sub and all the things that are going to hurt your channel. Start interacting, join communities, go over to facebook.com and search for Creator Fundamentals and join the Creator Fundamentals group and start interacting with people. British Cook is actually a member of that. You can, you know, talk with each other, you know, try to set up some collaborations, and basically when you have channels of similar content, it gives you the opportunity to introduce your channel to their entire subscriber base and vice versa. So if you have a lot of subscribers who haven't overlapped, it's a great way for you to expose yourself to a lot of opportunities there with more people that can potentially be interested in your content and want to subscribe. See Devin Street in the live stream. Welcome. If you're talking, I have a little bit of delay in the chat, so I'm trying to line up the questions with the commentary. I mentioned British Cook was his name. You can search for British Cook on YouTube. Hey, I met all the requirements yesterday. How long until I get approved? So, Melanin B. Poppin says, I met all the requirements yesterday. How long until I get approved? That remains to be seen. So, the so-called backlog that they had, they were saying the end of January, but now that all of those people, or many of those people, might not be qualified anymore, it'll be interested to see how long it actually takes them. Since there hasn't been that many people, or I haven't talked with that many people who have actually been monetized since these changes, I don't have an answer for that yet, but I'd love to hear from you and know how long it does take you. If you're not part of the Facebook group, I'd welcome you to join and let us know and share your experience with that process with us. We'd all love to know exactly how long it takes for people who meet the new requirements. Morocco Travel Vlog says, hi, bro. Good to see you. Thanks for joining the stream. Pranav the Tree. I apologize if I'm butchering that. I'm really sad because I was one video away from monetization. Not really sure what that means. But the best way to get close to monetization is keep uploading videos and keep improving your content, and you'll get closer and closer. Barnyard Chicken, thanks for joining the stream. Hello, Lisa. Harley says, if you go to the Facebook group, you can ask for suggestions regarding your channel and getting subscribers. All kinds of, yeah, I mean, there's other people in there that have had success in a number of different ways. They're great. It's a great, oh, there he is, British Cook. I was just talking about you. The Geeks of Retro says, I also attend live events and conventions that fall under. So you want to hear an interesting story? At Vid Summit, some of you may know Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk was there, and this kid comes up. He had like 130 subscribers on his channel, and he was like the first one to get in line to ask a question, and he got to ask Gary Vaynerchuk a question. He's like, oh, well, and Gary asked him what his goals were. He's like, I'm really trying to get to 200 subscribers. To which Gary was like, listen, you really shouldn't be focused on subscribers, and that's certainly the truth. Trying to focus on subscribers is not really the way to get subscribers. Focus on doing all the other stuff right, and subscribers will find you, is basically the approach you take on getting more subscribers. But, he went to that convention, 130 subscribers, got a chance to get his picture taken with Gary Vaynerchuk, talk to Gary Vaynerchuk, ask him a question. Gary Vaynerchuk went to the crowd, hey, let's get this kid his 200 subscribers. I think before the convention over, the kid had like 400 subscribers, and then Gary mentioned him again in his Instagram, and now the kid's over 10,000 subscribers in less than 6 months. So you never know what's going to happen. But the conventions and interacting with people, like-minded people who are in the same, cover the same topics that you do, are a great way to actually build those relationships. And the relationships, and I stress community a ton on this channel. Community is one of the most valuable, if not the most valuable aspect of growing a YouTube channel. You're not going to do it alone. It's very difficult to do it by yourself, but interacting with other YouTubers and having that support structure is going to go a long way in helping you get to where you want to go. Yeah, let me see if I can do... I'm just going to put a link to Facebook.com/groups. I had a very hard time with my mic today, and it's in a very awkward space because it did not want to stay where I wanted to put it. So it's obstructing my... See if that worked. Let me make sure that works. Nope, that wasn't right. That's... Why did that not work? Alright, hang on. Let me get you the link to the group, because something was broken there. We will get you a link to the group. All right. Wolverine Cash says, I have 12,000 hours of watch a year. Movies are liked, but my viewers are mature and do not subscribe. Convince older people to subscribe. One of the best ways to get people to subscribe is a call to action, and that's asking them to subscribe. So if you start out your channel, your videos, and you're like, hey, if you enjoy my videos and you want to see more videos just like this, make sure you click the subscribe button and the bell notification icon, and you won't miss a thing. You really want to, don't be afraid to ask. You want to put it in a place that's not going to cause them to gloss over it or miss it. A lot of people try to put that at the end of their videos, and the reality is not many people see the end of their videos. I do mine towards the end of my videos now, just because I've been trying different things to find the best, to try to raise my audience retention and get the best front end of my video that I can. But you absolutely should not be afraid to ask for subscribers and let them know why it's important. You know, I mean, if these people like your content and they want to see more of your content and you're getting a ton of views, then let them know it's important to you. You know, one of the other things that I can try, that I plan on trying when I do more videos on The Average Dan, is that gets a ton of views from people that are doing repairs, or you know, who don't necessarily, they may be laying on their back under their car in their driveway watching a video on their phone trying to figure out how to fix something. You know, and if you, Hicks Video, welcome to the live stream. So you really want to do your best to let them know in a concise way that it's important for them to subscribe. The support to your channel is important, and people will respond. Yeah, there is a certain group of the population who may not know that subscribe is a free thing. Great example by Harley. So you definitely want to let them know that all subscribing does is alert them when future videos, you know, so, you know, let them know it's free, and then it doesn't cost them anything, but it helps the channel. Joel Cook says, how often should I upload a cooking video? That really, I mean, that really depends on your schedule, what you're able to do, what the level of quality that you're shooting for is. There's a bunch of different opinions on whether it's better to upload more videos or how often. But I think if you're sacrificing quality to upload more frequently, then you want to, you know, there's channels that upload once a month that do really well. There's channels that upload once a week that do well. I've seen channels that, you know, post 4 or 5 times a week that struggle to grow. So that said, if you can maintain your quality and upload more often, this channel I try to do 3 times a week to get it to grow, and I've been doing that now for 7 months. But it depends on your content a little bit. The important thing is to be consistent. If you can handle once a week, personally, I would try not to do less than once a week. Honest Finance, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. If you, like I said, if you can do that, if that's reasonable. I'm not sure. British Cook. Oh, he said he'll check it out when live stream. British Cook, how often do you upload your videos? Something that was a great support structure was YouTube's group feature, and I joined all kinds of subscribe groups back. I don't know what a subscribe group is, but that doesn't sound... I'm not sure what a subscribe group is, but I hope it's not a bunch of people agreeing to subscribe to each other, because that would be a bad thing. I was asking people to subscribe, sharing my channel and videos. In general, especially when you're in like Facebook groups and things, I don't think you should ever ask anybody to subscribe or watch your videos. You should find opportunities to join communities, get involved with communities, you know, support other people willingly. Running around and asking people to support you can come across as spammy. So you want to be really careful about how you interact. My advice, the way when I started growing and building The Average Dan, was to join communities on Facebook. I joined a community called Small YouTubers Community. I'm still a part of it today. I still interact with them today. It's just a great way to see what everybody else is doing, to see what struggles they have, what successes they've had, what's working for them. If you have a question, throw it to the community. I would definitely recommend more so focusing on what value you can provide to the community, because what I found is the more value that you share with a community, the more it just comes back to you. You know, you don't have to go out of your way to figure out how to get stuff. Simply being helpful and a valuable part of a community has its way of rewarding you in return. So British Cook says he was doing once a week. He got more views that way, but he grew more subs by uploading on a regular basis. PH Sports. How did your AdSense confirmation pin arrive? That I have no idea. It has been a long time since I've had an AdSense account for many years. So I'm actually not a good person to ask that question to. If anybody else has recently set up an AdSense account and knows the answer to that question, definitely help. Is it Laban, PH Sports and Entertainment? I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. Again, yes, social media is a great way to get more traction on your channel. Get your videos shared out on YouTube, do shorts or images or parts of your thumbnails on Instagram. For iPhone users, one of the things that I started doing is I actually pull up my channel on my phone. I use the screen record feature. I record like 10 seconds of the beginning of my video, and then I share it to Instagram. It's a really quick way to do like a snippet of your video and try to get some attention. Also, another great feature of TubeBuddy is they have these things called promotional links. So when you're signed up for TubeBuddy, you can go into promotional materials, I think it's called, and they basically create short links for you that they also track. So you can, I just saw that pop up over there. You can they have a bunch of different things. You can create your own short links, but they also have a short link that always goes to your most recent video. So instead of linking your YouTube channel on your Instagram account, you can use the short link provided by TubeBuddy to go to your most recent video. And no matter when somebody hits your Instagram account and then they click on the link, they're going to see your most recent content. Hey, and if you're still in the stream and you haven't clicked the like button, I would appreciate that. I have TubeBuddy, have to learn more about optimizing it. Yeah, and I'm going to try to do some more videos about TubeBuddy and the different features that they offer. Like I said, I use it with every single video that I make. I honestly don't know how I used to do YouTube. Well, I know I didn't do YouTube as well without it, but awesome. A ton of features that can definitely help you on a daily basis with every video you upload. And all of the features, because it's a browser plugin, all the features are integrated with YouTube. So it's basically when you're on your editing screen, you get extra buttons that appear because you have TubeBuddy installed, and that gives you the opportunity to use their features while you're getting your video ready for release. Losing Dre. Is it Dre or Drea? I apologize, I'm not sure what liked. I appreciate that. I recently reached 900 subs. I just posted a little giveaway for my subscribers, but why people enter and I checked and find they are not subbed to me is a mystery. The one challenge with giveaways is that I did a giveaway where a requirement was that they had to follow me on Twitter. I did it through Amazon giveaways. The downside of that was there are channels and Twitter accounts and stuff dedicated to entering as many giveaways as possible. So I think it was I had to remove almost 900 bad followers from my Twitter account because of that giveaway. So it's something to consider. You're definitely going to get people that follow you just for the giveaway. So I wouldn't recommend doing too many giveaways that encourage people to subscribe to your channel, or you're just going to have empty subs and they're probably not even valid accounts. And ultimately what's going to happen there is YouTube's going to do one of their sweeps and you're going to lose all of them. So that's definitely something to consider. Murthag91 says, I have started doing video in English, but it's not my native tongue. I'm doing that to get more confidence, but I'm getting only dislikes. Should I stop or keep going? I think whatever you think is going to be the most valuable for you, there's always going to be haters no matter what you do. If you feel it's valuable to do and it's helping you, then keep doing it. There were people who would, you know, dislike a smiling baby. So you don't have to worry about people who want to share negativity online, because they're everywhere, and you know what they say about their opinions. So I would do whatever you feel most comfortable with, whatever is truly helping you to succeed and move forward. Stick with that and don't worry about the haters. That Player Pool says, I have been growing lately thanks to TubeBuddy, but I feel like I could get more views. I know it's tagging, but with tags improve if you add word and description also. That Player Pool. So definitely watch my keyword research video. Absolutely. So here's the very, very short version of how you do keyword research. Before you make a video, you decide on what the topic of your video is. Then you start to search that topic on YouTube using you type in something, and then you hit the space bar, and then it auto-completes, and it shows you a bunch of longer-tailed videos that show you all the things people are actually searching for. You find one that you want to target. That becomes your title. The entire keyword phrase becomes your title. You put it in your description. It becomes one of your tags, and then you build your tags around it using a tool like TubeBuddy to find related keywords. And then you focus all of your metadata on that one topic. So yes, the keyword phrase that you're targeting should be the title of your video. At the very least, it should be the beginning of your title. If you want to add something at the end of it, you can. But that your title should absolutely start with that keyword phrase that you're targeting. British Cook says I had thousands of fake entries. Yeah, those giveaways are a challenge. You really need to check it. Media, thanks for joining. No problem. Something to add value. Hang on. Oh, okie dokie. I don't know what that means. Looks kind of spammy to me. Got Pandar's Puppets. Says they would love to do a collaboration with someone who uses a language other than English. That's something that I've actually wanted to do. There's some there are some YouTubers who do this type of content in Spanish, and I would love to be able to do a collaboration with them and kind of introduce each other to our audiences. I also need to look into doing I'd like to be able to do the closed captioning in a variety of languages as well. Check It Media says I speak Dutch. Says, nice to see the live stream going strong. Yes, it is. I appreciate everybody coming to hang out today. I enter, okay, we'll check. All right, so. I eventually need to do I know it seems weird now because the growth on the channel has been so ridiculous in the last couple days, but I'd like to do some type of 1,000 subscriber live stream with a giveaway. I have a few more Amazon tripods that are nice. Let's see. It's the tripod that I use. I've given a couple of them away in the past. I just think it's a really nice. Got things popping up on my screens. It's a really nice tripod for the money. All right. All right, so we're probably going to wrap up here soon. If anybody has any questions that we haven't addressed, or that I missed, definitely re-ask them, and I'll try to cover them. We'll try to wrap up by 3 p.m. Eastern time, so we get about 8 more minutes. So if there was anybody who said hello that I missed or any questions, definitely share them. I see the bright side of mathematics. I don't know if I said hello to you yet. I appreciate you joining the stream. Honest Finance, new subscriber. I appreciate you coming to check us out here at Creator Fundamentals, and I hope you'll find a lot of value in the content that I'm sharing. Pandar's Puppets. Football Rapid. Football Rapid says how to collaborate with tubers in the same niche. The best advice I can give is go on Facebook and look for groups that are related to the type of content that you are covering. You know, go to Facebook specific groups. Go to groups that have nothing to do with Facebook, YouTube. I can't even speak. But go to groups specifically designed for YouTubers, and then ones that are specifically designed around the niche that you are in, and just start developing relationships. You never know where those relationships are going to lead, and you never know when you might find somebody who's a YouTuber in the niche one that's not a YouTube one, or vice versa. You may find somebody in a YouTube group that covers the same type of content that you do. So it's really just about getting out there and kind of developing those relationships that kind of spread out over time, and you meet new people, and your network grows, and you eventually find opportunities in sometimes the strangest places. So that's definitely my advice on how to kind of expand that and find people to work with. Bearded Yakin, who's ready for some football today? Apparently you're an Eagles fan. Good luck to you. I am actually a Miami Dolphins fan, so if I root for anybody today, it may be Jacksonville, just because they're playing the Patriots. Joel Cooks, looks like he got some subscriber love from the group. Good for you. Majestic Unicorn Dreams. Kevin Boston 7, hello, welcome to the live stream. That player pool says, any chance you do a channel check before you're in? I'm probably not going to do the live streams today, but because I really want to get this channel to that 240,000 minutes, I will be doing a lot more live streams between now and February 20th. So I will do, probably within the next week or so, I'll do a live stream that has channel reviews. So for those of you interested in channel reviews, make sure you come back for that one. We'll go through, do some channel reviews, and see how everybody is doing with their channels, and try to offer some advice in that respect. But don't really have much time left today, so I'm not going to be able to do the channel reviews. I'm rooting for the Jags to stomp Brady and the Patriots. We shall see how that goes. A combination of TubeBuddy and Morning Fame is very good. Dan, you use both. Yeah, Morning Fame, Nico at Morning Fame. I think a combination of those two is pretty helpful. I actually do use both, and there's actually a great new feature coming out from Morning Fame that I will share with you guys. So hopefully in an upcoming video. But I think, yeah, the two of those, they really offer their own things, much different in my opinion, so they work well with each other. I definitely wouldn't choose one, or I wouldn't eliminate one because of the other one, because they kind of do some different things. British Cook got a sub, awesome. Liquid Music Blogosphere in the house. And just one last time before we go, I do want to let you know that this live stream is sponsored by TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is the #1 browser plugin. It's available for all the browsers, or almost all the browsers. You can download it. The #1 browser plugin for managing and growing your channel. you can get to it. I'm actually going to give you the link right now. If you go to we will put this in here. It is free to download. You can check it out. That is the link to go check out TubeBuddy. Like I said, it's a free browser plugin. Download it for free. Start seeing all the tools that it can use. There are some additional tiers above it that actually you can pay for if you decide you want some more advanced features. And if you do go that route, I'm going to give you guys something here. I'll give you a promo code. This promo code right here will get you 20% off if you decide to upgrade. But it's free to download. Definitely check it out. They have been awesome to Creator Fundamentals, and I want to be awesome for them and let them know that not only do I support them, but that you guys really appreciate what they can offer in terms of value and helping you guys grow your channel. So I'd appreciate you checking them out and showing them a little bit of love, because like I said, I wouldn't have that relationship if it wasn't something that I literally use with every video, and don't know how I would do YouTube without them. So definitely worth a look. Oh, that's yeah. I think they have some settings there that if you're a smaller channel, you get discounts. So. Real quick in the chat, Losing Drea, thanks Dan. Love Etsy. Oh, nice, I haven't heard of them. Yeah, you definitely want to check them out. Nathan Holt, hello from the UK. Good to see you. Rodney B. Hunt, welcome to the live stream. You caught us just about at the tail end of it. No problem. The Barnyard Chicken said, I did write that in my notes yesterday. That's another feature that I like about TubeBuddy, and I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but TubeBuddy actually gives you a note section on each one of your videos. Like, one of the things I keep track of is when a video gets demonetized in the little notes section. So when I go in to edit a video, I can look at the notes, any notes that I have on it, or if I've made changes, if I'm, it's been months down the road and I wanted to make a tweak to some keywords or something, I'll put the notes in there, so I know when I did it to see if it had any positive effect. Alright, so the quickest way to not grow your channel is to ask people to sub to your channel. So you definitely don't want to go in a live stream and ask people to sub to your channel, because you'll be removed. So I definitely encourage you to not do that. Losing Drea says, sorry Dan, go Pats. Hey, that's fine. You got to root for yours. I got nothing to root for. My team did horrible this year, so good luck to you. Yeah, and just one last time, I will give you guys this. We'll throw that in there. That is the link to the Facebook group. If you're not part of the Facebook group, I welcome you to come over and join the group with us. It's a great way for us to interact with each other when we're not on YouTube, share thoughts and ideas, and get help. So. Alrighty. And also, I see a couple questions in there. If anybody ever wants to reach me by email, you can actually email me at askdan at creatorfundamentals.com if you have any business-related questions or anything like that. Yeah, Rodney, I did see that. Nico at Morning Fame did was it a YouTube advice tag, and he tagged my channel and Rodney B. Hunt at the end of his video. So we'll have to take a look at that and see what that's all about. The tag videos are something that's really big in the small YouTuber community, and it's a great way to do collaborations with people without actually having to coordinate too much. So one person would do a video on a topic, they would tag other YouTubers, and then they would do a video, then those people would do a video on the same topic. It's real big in the small YouTube communities to kind of build that relationship, and what you tend to find is all the people in the community will check out everybody's video on the same topic, and it's how people get to know each other. Live streams are a great way to grow your channel. If you're not live streaming, I think live streams are going to explode in 2018. They're already doing so. So if you're not currently live streaming, I definitely think it's something that you should look into, because I definitely think it can help. It can help your channel. So, all right. Yeah, Nico's in Costa Rica right now enjoying himself, so, or at least he was when he made that video. Pandar's Puppet says, I want people watching my content who want to watch it, and that's exactly what you should shoot for. Never try to get, fake views or subs or any of that stuff. You want to be able to, and that's the whole purpose of like YouTube SEO is all about getting your content out there so people who are interested in it can find it. That's really where success on YouTube starts. Oh, Video Shack. I'm not doing channel reviews tonight, but don't be surprised if maybe this Wednesday, I might do another live stream this Wednesday night, and we will do Q&A and channel reviews. So any of you who want to get your channel reviewed, keep an eye out for Wednesday nights, typically when I do live streams. So there's a good chance I will be doing a live stream on Wednesday night, because I do need to get this channel up to the 240,000 watch time minute mark. Kevin Boston said, last time I did a stream on YouTube, I got docs. I'm not sure what docs means. Estudia Feliz, thanks for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. And the other thing I want to figure out between now and February 20th is some fun stuff to do with Super Chat. Like I mentioned, I got to find a way to get back to Vid Summit this year and try to raise some of the $2,000 it will take to get there, so we can bring back some cool tips and tricks from all the experts. It's always a good time. Looking forward to meeting new people. Well, that sounds weird, Kevin. I would be a little concerned of that. You definitely need to protect yourself when you're online. All right, well, I think we're going to wrap it up for now. Definitely head over, join that Facebook group. Check out the links in the description below. A number of different ways you can support Creator Fundamentals. I appreciate you. And we will call this a wrap. Wednesday, probably going to do a live stream with channel reviews. So if you're available, it'll probably be 9 p.m. Eastern time. So if you can make that, I'd love to see you guys there. We'll check out some channels, and it'll be fun. All right. Until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.